Christmas is coming. Time to get in the holiday spirit.
It will come whether we want it to or not. And over at Poly Pomona, we have a beautiful ranch that, at Kellogg's ranch, we have poinsettias. And with us today, we have I don't think that you're necessarily a curator. What is the position that you
I'm
you
the
have?
greenhouse and nursery manager.
Wonderful. And Monica is with us today. You have a beautiful last name, Salambier. Salambier. Tell us more about these plants, these beautiful plants. You haven't grown poinsettias for quite a while now, right?
13 years we haven't. So the students, as part of production experience for the students, we hired them to grow this crop. They were started in late June. This is a fundraiser for scholarships and to provide funding for the labs and the maintenance on the greenhouses. And we're going to be opening up our facility for the first time to the public, where they'll be able to come in and shop and actually go into the greenhouse.
Nice. So you have different styles. They're in baskets. Some have some green plants with them as well. Tell me a little bit about some of the pricing.
Well, an individual one like this that would come with in a durable pot cover that doesn't have holes on the bottom so it can't leak. This is $9.17 with tax. It's $10 even.
Perfect.
So it's just right out the door. It's very easy. 2 for $20.
Nice.
So
These are lovely.
then you can buy the containers individually. We have them available for sale, or you could have them made up. So one like this in lacquerware with a bow is $20.
Nice. Okay.
And then we have metalware
Nice variety here.
containers with foliage that we also grew. That's pothos and Sansevieria with that one, and that one I think is $45.
Really nice gift.
Yeah.
Very
Oh, wow.
nice
Very
gift.
nice.
With a
Something
nice
beautiful
bow.
to have on your table.
And then we have
I love
some
the
wicker
basket.
and willow.
I'm going to grab this one and move it. It'll cover my face, which is good.
So this basket, actually the mother-in-law's tongue and the philodendron in this basket were grown by our plant propagation class, started last February. And the poinsettia, of course, the students grew this summer.
Gorgeous.
And that one is $45 with bow also.
Really? That is such a great deal.
Yeah, great for gift giving, perfect for Thanksgiving. We're open. As of this airing, we're open for sales before Thanksgiving, the week before Thanksgiving, so it's a perfect time. And also to dress up your house.
Oh, yeah. And then you can even pop these out and put another little something that you pick up at the Kellogg Ranch at another time.
Yes.
And just change with the season.
Exactly.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about what happens even with the growing for the Rose Parade even. And
Well, any extras that we would have left over are donated to the Rose Float, and they can use those flowers on the Rose Float. But we haven't done that in quite a few years, but that's made available there. So there's no waste on these. And they're long lasting. These are native to northern Mexico, so you can put them out in your yard. But to get them to flower this early, we had to manipulate the light to trigger them this early. That's why you normally can't get them before Thanksgiving. And so we black cloth the greenhouse to initiate the flower sequence a little bit earlier.
now, will they all be red this year?
They're all red this year. It's our first year where it's a gamble for us, and so we're hoping to be successful and to sell them out to raise enough money to pay back what we've spent on the crop. So
And what is the goal? How many do you have to sell?
3,000.
Oh, you'll do
Oh,
it.
boy.
Now, tell me more about how we get to you, where this event happens, how often it happens, to be able to purchase.
Well, we have a facility at Poly Pomona that's really easy to get to. It's called Agriscapes, and that's where our farm store is. Most people will know our farm store. If you're unfamiliar, you can get off either off the 57 on Temple, and we're directly off of Temple. You'll see the signs at Temple and South Campus. And the greenhouses are located behind the farm store. So there's arrows, there's going to be arrows and poinsettia signs directing you once you get from Temple. If you're coming off the 10 freeway, you can just exit at Kellogg, take Kellogg to South Campus and make a right, and it takes you right to the greenhouses.
And you grow more than poinsettias and some of these plants. Tell us more about the items that you grow.
We grow foliage, meaning interior plants. We grow orchids. We have the Raymond Burr Orchid Collection, and we sell divisions out of that collection. We also grow 2 greenhouses of hydroponic produce. So you can go to the farm store right now and all the way through June and buy hydroponic tomatoes year-round. It's just a really nice source of beautiful fruit, and we grow Bibb lettuce and herbs hydroponically also.
Why hydroponically? Is it healthier? Is it better as far as the maintenance with the space, or?
Well, one of the reasons we do hydroponic production is because it's a huge career field for our students, and they get hands-on experience, and they're able to get jobs that normally they wouldn't be able to. They can go in as a junior grower. But the reason you can grow hydroponically is it saves a lot of resources in an urban situation. You can have very high density of land. Use 5% of the land compared to what it would take if you were growing out in the field. Also, you can produce year-round. And our greenhouses are all insect protected. We have insect screening on all intakes and vents, so the bugs aren't being drawn in to the greenhouse, and that prevents the pest pressure from building up in the greenhouse because you're not introducing the pests. And so it's a way to reduce any pesticide use on the produce also.
Really nice.
So you're conserving your nutrients because you're recycling those nutrients constantly. You're avoiding diseases because you don't have soil-borne diseases. There's no soil in the hydroponics.
Exactly.
And
Monica, how is there a website or something that way we can look at what you're growing a little more closely and the events to be able to take
Well, you
place?
can find us on Facebook. It's the Cal Poly Nursery, and then look at the nursery at Kellogg Ranch. And under there, you can look at an album called take Poinsettia. And if you look at poinsettia, you can see it from the day it was propagated from little cuttings. And you can follow it almost weekly, pictures we have it with the students involved until today. And you can do the same thing with our Bibb lettuce, you can do the same thing with our tomatoes, or we have a lot of lab activities going on where they're growing vegetables under lights. Our vegetable cropping systems are growing zucchini and jalapenos going into winter under lights in the greenhouse, or they're growing herbs and in static boxes. And,
Wonderful.
so you can see everything that's going on in the greenhouse just by checking out the individual albums.
Great. Thank you so much for being with us
You're
today.
welcome. Thanks
That
for
is
having us.
it for our show today. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much, Michael, for joining me today.
Wonderful,
Mr. Pastina.
wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We want to thank our other guests that were on with us today. We want to thank Kimberlyn Brown. We also want to thank Monica Salambier from Kellogg Ranch at Cal Poly Pomona. And we also want to thank Michael Dreby from the Methodist Hospital Foundation. Thank you all for being on with us today.
Thanks also to our amazing Crown City News team and the entire CCN Sunrise crew. We also want to thank our sponsors, including Foothill Transit, EH Financial, East St. Gabriel Valley ROP, Color Dots, and the Smile Agency that's making the show possible, and GKO Global Consultants, and our accountants, San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership.
That's right. And don't forget to visit us on crowncitynews.com, the Crown City News YouTube page, our CCN Sunrise Twitter and Facebook, and KVMD on Saturdays at 6 and Sunday at 5. See you next time. Thanks. Yeah, I love these plants. Did you see this one? This is really beautiful.